What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of us analyzing Pokemon Duel with the latest recommended booster expansion to the game right now. Of course, really going around poison types and also grass type Pokemon within the game. It's a really nice step into the right direction, I feel, for the game and changing up the meta quite a bit. Turning it on its head, really. And we'll get into that shortly. Pretty much, I want to go over some of the new figures right now and get your input as well. I definitely want to get some input from you guys and your opinions as far as like some of the moves in the game that are now in it and some of the new Pokemon, what you guys think. So starting off, let's go with Virizion. We'll go from top to bottom right now. Go into details. Its ability is Step Work, saying that this Pokemon can move over non-flying type Pokemon on the field using MP moves. So this happened to me earlier today when I was playing, actually, as of the date of this video. I could not believe what just happened. I didn't understand it, mainly because I had not thoroughly read Virzion's ability before playing. And so yeah, this opponent was totally able to pull this off and won the game because of it. So Step Work is definitely something you have to look out for. You're going to be able to surprise a lot of opponents that don't know about it yet. So yeah, definitely, like, you're going to have to start adding some flying type Pokemon in your game, or in your deck, to be able to counter Virizion, at least as far as Step Work goes. And then let's move on to its attack, which is Grass Knot, 40 damage, size 24, and if this opponent's attack is 120 damage or higher, the opponent is knocked out instead of this Pokemon. So right away, you're able to knock out like Pokemon like Rayquaza, Latios as well. You can start knocking out some strong Pokemon with Grass Knot, so it might be worth expanding and leveling up. I'm not sure. I would love to know what you guys think about that. Also, we have Sword Justice, which is bigger, has a bigger size on the wheel, 36, and does 101 damage. Not 100, but 101. So it's like it's like even less reason to level, to like use your CP toward that now, or like you could really like boost it. You don't have to boost it as much anymore. It's just really cool. I mean, of course, you're going to start seeing with Virizion with 102, 103, which is really cool. But I mean, you can also just right away start knocking out Pokemon that do flat 100 damage with Sword of Justice. So this also might be worth expanding. Maybe not, because it's already 36 as its size. Not bad, but still really cool. Its miss is only 8, which is pretty good. Pretty damn good. It earns its EX rarity for that right off the bat. And then Typhoon Slash, a 2-star purple attack, which says that this Pokemon may switch places with its battle opponent. So if someone's guarding goal, you can just straight up, if you level up Typhoon Slash enough to get it big, which it's already a pretty decent size on the spinner, as you can see on the wheel there, you can right off the bat steal home, and then you win the game with Virizion with Typhoon Slash. So that also may definitely be worth leveling up. So I'd love to know what your guys' opinions are in the comment section below. Let me know, out of all the moves that Virizion has, which one would you actually level up the most, and like second and third from there, because I'd really like to know, because I mean, Virizion sounds like a really great EX Pokemon. A 2-mover as well, not too bad. Anyway, let's move on to Sceptile, which is a really cool Pokemon as well, in my opinion. It has a gold attack of 30 damage, not the highest gold attack. It's basically a Mew with quick attack there, but that's not where it ends there. We also have Leaf Blade, which is size 44. It does 90 base damage, but if you spin again and if it lands on Leaf Blade once more, you do 140 damage. It does an extra 50 damage on there, so you can easily hit over like anything in the game, really. So another great way to handle Pokemon that are bigger than you in this game. Its miss is only 4, so again, a really strong EX Pokemon. And then its blue attack is Stealth Hit, 28. As you can see in the wheel up there, it takes up a good amount of the wheel. But anyway, it says that this Pokemon can jump over its battle opponent and land 1 step away. So you can set up where you want Sceptile to be really well. Now my question is, what again do you guys want to level up? Do you think Stealth Hit is worth leveling? Should we do Leaf Blade? That way you can start easily hitting for 140, even though 44 is a nice size on the wheel there. Or should you be going for the quick attack, gold attack right there, being able to do an easy 40 and knock out purple attacks right off the bat? I would love to know what you guys think, because I mean, there's some debating going on right now, and I think it would be really interesting to see what you guys think. Next up, the Trickster itself, Trevenant. What a bugger, man. First of all, its ability is Forest Mystery, saying that Pokemon that have battled this Pokemon become Grass type while they are on the field. But they stop being Grass type, of course, if they leave the field. And then your Pokemon can move over this Pokemon when using an MP move. So, since its MP is only 1, you don't have to worry about it blocking your entry point. You can just straight up take your Mew and jump ahead 3 points. Or if you want to have more grass type synergy, maybe you can use Whimsicott for an example and let that three move runner get right through Trevenant and get him to where you need it to go. So right off the bat, it's really flexible and versatile as to what you can do with Trevenant. And then of course we haven't even gotten to the attacks yet, which would be a manipulative, a 2-star purple attack saying that one other grass type Pokemon on the field that is not frozen may be moved within its MP range. The moved Pokemon gains weight. If the Pokemon is one of the opponent's Pokemon, that Pokemon falls asleep. So that's even better than making it have to be in weight. It falls asleep, meaning that your Pokemon or your opponent's Pokemon have to go out of the way to either wake it up or leave it alone, meaning that they're left with either a sleeping Pokemon or they have to make some other Pokemon go out of their way to wake it back up again. So that can be major, man, especially if you evolve it from Phantump. That becomes a 3-star purple attack with a size 32 on the wheel. Again, if you look up here, that is not a bad size. So again, this is a 1-space mover, but it doesn't even matter because you can make all your other movers go right through it if you want to. It can start affecting your opponent's Pokemon or your own. You can move your grass type Pokemon wherever you want to be. But again, if something battles this Pokemon, then it becomes grass type. Then you get to control your opponent's Pokemon. It's ridiculous. It can be really nasty. And then there's Destiny Bond, which says that if this Pokemon is knocked out, so is the battle opponent. So I don't know if this is worth leveling up. It is an interesting attack. It can be strong for sure, but I don't know if you want to lose Trevenant, because you can just keep manipulating, keep using Forest Mystery. It's ridiculous. And again, this is another Pokemon with a miss size of only 4. So if you level this guy at max, it's 0. It's gone, I believe. And then it has its final attack, a white attack, being Smash with 110 solid damage. If you level it up, of course, with enough CP, you can make it 111, 112, etc. And a size 40, that is a nice attack right there. That is something you probably don't need to level up at all. But I mean, I'm definitely open to whatever suggestions you guys think. But what do you guys think? Should Destiny Bond be leveled up, or should it go on full-on manipulative? Let me know what you guys think, because I am totally interested. Let me know what you guys think the viability of Trevenant is, because I think it has serious potential, for sure. And then next up, the Forest Champion himself, Grovyle, which is in a way like a mini Sceptile, of course, because it's the pre-evolution, but it also has its ability Forest Leap, which I am kind of digging right now. I would love to see this used more in duels. Anyway, it says that at the start of your turn, instead of an MP move, you can move this Pokemon to a spot next to an adjacent Grass-type Pokemon. If there is a succession of grass types adjacent to the first, you may instead move this Pokemon to a spot adjacent to any of them. So if there are a bunch of grass type Pokemon in a row, you can just put this guy as far as you want him to be. It's really sick. So it's only a 2-space mover, but with this ability, you could potentially move him across the board. For real, man. And the crazy thing is, it says it's adjacent. You can move it next to an adjacent grass-type Pokemon. Not yours. It can be any of them. So, accompanied with Trevenant, as I mentioned, since Trevenant turns any Pokemon it battles into a grass-type, you can really get some distance with Grovyle. So, kind of crazy. Anyway, it also has a gold attack of being Quick Attack, which does 10 damage less, 20, so not bad. It's still a gold attack. You can knock out any purple attack with that, so really cool. And then also Leaf Blade, again a mini version of that, doing 120 damage total if it lands on Leaf Blade once more, which is pretty damn strong for like a mid-level evolution, dude. Miss is a little bit bigger, of 8, I believe. Sceptile might have had the same size, I don't recall, but either way, it has a dodge. So my question to you guys, do you level up the Quick Attack? Do you level up the Leaf Blade for that potential 120 damage? Or do you level up dodge? Because I'm just not sure. You could potentially move Grovyle all the way to your opponent's entry point in one turn if you wanted to. It's ridiculous. And then you could just dodge all day if you want. 20 is not a bad size for a dodge. Quick attack is 24. That's pretty awesome. I feel like Leaf Blade is already big enough at 44 size to where you probably don't need to level it up unless you really want to like spam it. But being a white attack, it is quite vulnerable to purple. So again, it's totally up to you guys. I would love to know what you guys think about that though. Let's move on to the next guy. Here we go. Or lady, if you will. We have Lilligant. Yeah, this dude is kind of interesting with its ability Own Tempo, stating that it cannot be confused. And then it has a miss size of 8, which is not too bad, at least for the first one. And then it has Petal Dance, a size of 52. So that's pretty much like half the wheel right there, over half. And then it does 30 damage, but you spin again until Petal Dance does not land. Damage is multiplied by the number of Petal Dance spins. This Pokemon becomes confused. However, again, going back to Own Tempo, its ability says that it cannot be confused, so it negates that part of the effect of the attack. So you can essentially spin over and over again for 30 damage and hopefully get a nice move out of that. For real, that's pretty cool. You could spin all day and get God knows how many attacks, or how many kind of multipliers you can get from that. And then it has its purple attack, which isn't too crazy. It's Sleep Powder, 1-star purple, and the battle opponent, of course, becomes Sleep. If you evolve it, evolve into Lilligant, then it's a 2-star, which is a little bit better, but I'm curious as to whether you guys think that's what should be leveled up, or if you should really just level the hell out of Petal Dance, because a size 32 purple is pretty good size already. 52 is insane, but you may want to exploit Petal Dance as much as possible to try to get as much damage out of it as you can. Again, I'd love to hear what you guys think. I'm totally open to your opinions. That way, not only helping you guys, we're helping each other out, really. Help out the entire community that watch these videos. That way, everyone can kind of study and feed off each other. Please no hate. Let's just be constructive criticizers here, and just help each other out, really. That's what I want this channel about. So anyway, we have our last major Pokemon of this set, Crobat, with MP of 3. So this guy can fly around pretty far. And its ability is Diffuse Poison, saying that when this Pokemon is on the field, all poison Pokemon will do a further negative 20 damage. This effect does not stack. So that makes sense. I mean, you can't be doing like negative 60 damage. That would be pretty damn broken. I mean, they've already taken care of Reuniclus in a way, which we'll get you into later on. So, I mean, it would just create whole other meta around running 3 Crobat per team if they let it stack. So anyway, you're basically making your poisoned opponent's Pokemon do minus 20 damage, an additional minus 20 damage. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, its miss size is only 4, so you can totally eliminate that one. Poison Fang does only 20 damage, but if this Pokemon is knocked out, the battle opponent becomes poisoned. Therefore, again, affecting Diffuse Poison as its ability. So you're really doing some great stuff there. It has a dodge of only 4, so that's teeny tiny. That might be worth leveling up. But I'm kind of considering not that one of all, because you have Noxious Fang, which does 40 damage, and if this Pokemon is knocked out, the battle opponent becomes Noxus. So I'm not sure if Noxious counts as being poisoned, because it's similar but not quite. I believe Noxious also deals more damage, or lowers your opponent's attack damage even more so than poisoning would. So I don't think that actually counts, because, I mean, if it did count, we would say poison, not noxious. So I'm just wondering if that relates to the diffuse poison ability, but I don't think it does. Correct me if I'm wrong, though, guys. Anyway, moving on, it has another dodge of size 4. Not the best, but still. And also has another Poison Fang, so again, if it's knocked out, the opponent becomes poisoned. So you have a high chance of poisoning your Pokemon, thus having synergy with its own ability right there. So really cool. And then, of course, as another size of 4 miss, but Shuttle Flip is the really, really cool blue attack here. And it's 24, and this Pokemon can take 1 to 2 steps back. So those of you who are familiar with Mew, for example, you can totally take advantage of that. So what do you guys think? Should you be leveling up the Poison Fangs that it has? Because it has size 16 for each Poison Fang, which is nice, kind of. Or should you be leveling up Shuttle Flip? Totally let me know, because you might want to get the poison effect off. That way you can start utilizing diffuse poison very well. Or should you just be like blocking your opponent's entry points with Shuttle Flip and just having the chance to constantly be able to to roll shuttle flip when it comes down to it, or spin shuttle flip, if you will. So again, I totally want your opinion, guys, as far as each of these Pokemon. Which attacks should you be leveling up? I really want to know what your guys' opinions are, but let's move on because there are some brand new plates in the game right now that totally help out the meta, in my opinion. So let's move over to this deck I have here. Here we go. We have Sticky Grass to start, which is an uncommon plate, as you can tell. And it says that you select one of your grass-type Pokemon on the field. While that Pokemon is on the field, the battle opponents of that Pokemon cannot respin. Spin again effects are treated as single spins only. So I believe that takes care of Uniclus's ability, being able to just spin like 3 other times, I think it is, at least twice it could spin if you run 3 Uniclus. So that kind of takes care of all that, I do believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I love this play. It's situational, of course, because now you might run into people that are running less Uniclus because of it, but just in case you run into people that are able to spin again, it kind of helps with that. I mean, also, it helps. That is kind of one way that Lilligant is potentially not as effective, because again, you're spinning over and over until you don't get its attack anymore. So I'm wondering if you just play Sticky Grass, that'll just kind of take care of that and won't allow it to continuously stack 30 damage. Anyway, let's move on to our next plate here. We do have Concentrated Fertilizer, which is also really cool. You select one of your grass-type Pokemon on the field or bench. For this turn, that Pokemon gains 1 star and damage plus 20. So to clarify, for those of you that might not know, purple attacks have star ratings. So the one with the highest rating gets to go through. So if it's like a 3-star purple attack versus a 2-star purple attack, the 3-star purple attack will be the one that actually gets to come out. So that's really cool. You get to stack up your attacks, your stars, being able to make it even more powerful, and then damage plus 20. So if you have like a strong grass type Pokemon that you want to be able to make it do extra damage, you have Concentrated Fertilizer as your next as your like preferred slate or plate potentially. So that about wraps up what I wanted to cover for this episode for the latest expansion of recommended boosters. I want to know what you guys think though, because I think it's a really sick expansion. But again, let me know what your guys' opinions are about all this. I would love to hear about it. And if you want to get at me, you can hit me up on Twitter with @AGApplesauce. I would love to know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you would like. Also, if you guys are someone or know someone who is in a prop making for like cosplay, I would love to be in contact with you guys, because I would love to be able to build like really fun ideas for future videos, and having fun props that are Pokemon themed mostly would be excellent. So please guys, hit me up if you are someone or know someone that does do that. All right, anyway guys, have a great one. I love you all. Later.